Hi guys, hi girls, this is Baelorr, and I prepare you a shoutcast of a game in solo queue played at approximately 1840 ELO. And without further ado, let's start. In Team Blue we're going to have Gragas middle lane, Cannon top lane, Sona and Ezreal, Sona and that new PAX arcade skin, on the bottom lane, and Riven in jungle. And in Team Red we're going to have Mordekaiser in the middle lane, Kog'Maw and Nunu combination on the bottom lane, Lee Sin in the jungle, and Jax playing on the top lane. Now, excitement about Kog'Maw and Nunu lane is apparent. That combination is absolutely lethal, deadly, devastating, and terrifying to anyone who knows how they work in the late game. Kog'Maw wasn't the most early game champion, and speaking of late game, that entire red team composition, Kog'Maw, Jax, Mordekaiser, it all screams to me late game, and in that context, Lee Sin is a pick that is supposed to secure the early middle game safety, especially concerning with the exhaust and the matter of how that champion early games work, how good and powerful it is.
30
We
seconds
can see
until
he's
minions
risking a
spawn.
little bit, although not that much thanks to that ward, and Team Red is apparently going to try to make us a steal of enemy blue buff. Enemy is absolutely unaware of that. Team Blue is blissfully standing around the middle location, protecting, I don't know what they are protecting, except for Sona, who is looking for some sort of invasion. They assume Lee Sin is starting safely off top, and that means that
Minions
Cannon,
have spawned.
with teleport, Cannon is going to play it really safe. He doesn't have to worry about Lee Sin too much. He can safely escape and avoid ganks pretty well. And we can see they are starting indeed from the enemy's jungle, and they are starting from wolves, and that's a quick wolf for Jax. Thanks to Nunu's consume, that's an unusual pick for support at level 1, but apparently it's due to the fact of stealing enemy's buff. And that's a good and dynamic adaptation to his play. We can see Mordecai pulling red buff for Lee Sin, and meanwhile Jax and Nunu doing the same with enemy's blue buff, and we can see that yes, it's going to go to Jax for an early advantage in the lane. That's something we started to see in the North America regionals. They left the lizard, so they don't know where the cooldown resets, but enemy's Riven, and it's going to be pretty unhappy now. Enemy knows that the Jax has stolen the buff, and the Nunu level 1 is apparently waiting for level 2 in this brush for an early cannon gang. Cannon without his lightning rush yet is prone to being ganked. Especially now that Jax and Nunu are level 2, that might be a pretty dangerous situation for those. Yes, and we can see an intervention from Jax and Nunu. That's an excellent play. That's going to be first blood for Jax. Amazing play. At the same time, in the middle lane, we have a gank on Mordekaiser. He's so suspicable to ganking on those early levels before his cooldown is before his shield is powerful enough, before his cooldowns and health costs are irrelevant for Mordekaiser to just roll, push, go back, do the Wraiths, do the Wolves, push back again, and repeat that mechanism on and on and on. That's how Mordekaisers play, and that's where you have to stop them. Early game, Mordekaiser is so easy to gank, especially by champions like Riven, who's so aggressive, so damaging, so screaming early game pressure. And we can see for now, Team Red, despite having a more of a late game composition, they are in the driving seat for now. And Mordekaiser was using his passive maximally stack to do some harassment on Gragas, and apparently it is paying off. And you can see in the bottom lane, Nunu finally returning, helping his Kog'Maw, who was in retreat, who was backing, who was forced to go under turret, who got only 10 CS in comparison to 20 and 1 of Ezreal, but all in all, first blood and assist on top was worth it, and Jax is such a good champion. When given that farm, when being allowed to roll the way he wants. That bottom lane, Sona, and we can see the gank on Mordekaiser again with a flash. That's going to be a kill on Mordekaiser, and apparently a flash used by, ignite used by Mordekaiser, but Jax is there. Jax is there to kill Riven. Riven escapes with a shred of her life thanks to body slam and the quick use of Baelorr, and what an amazing play. We can see Jax without that flash. He wished he had it, but unfortunately used on Cannon, and Mordekaiser being camped once again, proving that Riven knows what this game is about, what Mordekaiser is about, and how to stop him. How to stop him when it's possible to stop him without taking it to levels of ridiculity. Well, Mordekaiser can fight 1 versus 2 and say, okay, it's no problem for me. I've got my ultimate, I've got my life from Hextech, I've got my shield, I'm going to be tanking. We can see a gank on the bottom lane and see exactly what happened here. And we can see that Sona and that Lee Sin is still in that brush, being repeatedly. And an excellent Q, an excellent Sonic Wave on Sona, and she's getting flash, but Ignite on Sona. And that one last auto attack and beautiful ooze from Kog'Maw finishes her off. A kill for Kog'Maw, a kill for Jax. That means trouble for Team Blue. Team Blue can't allow such situations to repeat themselves before the enemy is in the late game, best stage of the game phase of play. Jax is so good at scaling. Kog'Maw is so good at scaling. Even Mordekaiser is good, is decent at scaling at best. If he gets a ghost in the fight, especially if he gets a ghost of an AD carry or a jungler, in that case Riven is also a pretty good candidate. Mordekaiser becomes so powerful in a team fight. He deals so much damage. And we can see Jax with 38 CS is doubling Cannon's CS. Not only does he double it, he also was capable of going around the map, fighting, ganking, creating pressure, and we can see an exchange of harassment between Cannon and Jax. And Jax is going in deep. And he took so much HP from Cannon. Cannon stuns him, but Jax doesn't mind. He's got his Ignite. He's almost level 6. He's going to be brutal. And we can see Nunu again showing his ugly face on the top lane. That's interesting to play from Nunu. And we can see a 3-man push on the top lane. And they are not pushing, they're just retreating. Cannon being forced out of the turret range, out of even allowing him to farm on the turret, and that's going to be deadly for Cannon. It might mean he's deaf. Lee Sin is there, and Nunu is there, Lee Sin is there, Jax is there, and they might just dive him. And no, Cannon safely retreats from the lane, and we can see that Mordekaiser having not much of a trouble for now, is farming his way up to the Hextech, and we can see a gank on Mordekaiser, a beautiful barrel, a beautiful exploding cast from Gragas, but Riven overextends, takes one turret hit too much, and Mordekaiser is safe. Looking pretty well in that exchange, all in all. Although Gragas has advantage in mana and HP, that might mean Lee Sin is actually looking for an opportunity to perhaps steal a blue buff or gank Gragas, but he's not there. He doesn't go there. Blue buff isn't respawned yet, and the excellent ward here for Lee Sin or Jax or Nunu, can't tell you which one. And we can see on the bottom lane, meanwhile, Kog'Maw trying to farm. Word trying actually describes it pretty good. 28 CS to 47 by Ezreal. Unfortunately for Ezreal and Sona, despite having that advantage, they are incapable of actually defeating the enemy. And we can see Mordekaiser being forced to flash with his passive, but that might not be enough, ladies and gentlemen. He might go down to Gragas, and that's all about Gragas using his body slam, and there it is. Lo behold, Mordekaiser dies, and flash from Nunu. Very aggressive play by Nunu. Is that going to be a kill? No, unfortunately no. Body slam saves the day. And we can see that Gragas excellently retreats with the use of body slam when he's exhausted, meaning that the movement speed reduction is absolutely useless. And Mordekaiser overextending in that situation clearly, going for enemy raves, while the enemy has the advantage on that lane. 2 devs by Mordekaiser. That doesn't mean that much on this stage of the game, because Mordekaiser is a late game champion. The Team Red still has the monetary advantage. So it still looks very well for Team Red. And we can see finally Kog'Maw dies by attack by, let's see what exactly happened right here. And we can see that Kog'Maw is very low, evidently got into that extent by Ezreal and Sona. And we can see ultimate and quick flash by Ezreal, and the last beautiful Mystic shot combined with Ignite kills off, seals the deal and kills off Kog'Maw on the turret. Very brave play by Ezreal, very good play. That's exactly what Team Blue needs. They need play. They need plays of such caliber. And we can see Jax rushing in Shin. That's an interesting choice than usual. And we can see, wow, that burst, that crazy damage by Jax. Jax just burst Cannon down with the use of Shin proc, Empower, Ignite. And unfortunately for Cannon, he got caught by Counter-Strike's stun. That meant his death. He was unable to retreat, unable to use his skill, unable to slice the Maelstrom at Jax. That put fatal to Cannon yet again. We can see Gragas going an early negative. That might mean an Abyssal Rush. Very often and usually played this way on Gragas lately. You can see Total domination on top lane by Lee Sin and Jax combination, and of course Nunu. And another steal of the blue buff by Team Red. Interestingly enough, Team Red doesn't exactly need that blue buff. Only Kog'Maw could benefit from that. I believe that's going to be the target in the later stages of the game. Blue buff is going to go to Kog'Maw to fuel his constant harass by living artillery, and we can see Nunu going for level 1, for level 2 Ice Blast, level 1 Blood Bowl, surprisingly enough, with Kog'Maw's scaling. I would imagine that was the first skill to level. And the level 2 Consume, now that's unusual, that's interesting, and that's confusing as well. I don't understand the decision behind getting Consume level 2. You can see Kog'Maw crawling his way back, getting his way back up the farm, and starting to show his strength. He's already level 6, almost 7, getting that strong stage of the game, and you can see Riven being sold by that ward, and Nunu knows that. The entire team is there. Jax is there. Jax is there, surprising the team. Jax's presence is surprising, I believe, to Team Blue, and that is what gives Team Red the advantage and allows them to get that dragon. And speaking of advantages, that's a very dangerous situation for Gragas. Gragas gets killed, and Lee Sin tries to escape, but unfortunately gets killed by Sona. And now Kennen is in a hell of a trouble. Kog'Maw gets a double kill. Kog'Maw with a red buff. That might be a triple kill for Kog'Maw, and will Ezreal get a kill? Yes, Ezreal gets a kill, but who cares? Triple kill. Triple kill for Kog'Maw. Ladies and gentlemen, that's unfortunate for Team Red. That exchange went so bad. Again, excellent play by Lee Sin. And we can see that the blue buff, that the dragon is going, the first dragon of the game at 10th minute mark is going to Team Red. And excellent play by Kog'Maw, Lee Sin, Jax, and Nunu. I don't want to say that Jax played bad, but his teammates certainly excelled in that situation. He managed to get the ghost of the AD carry, not the AD carry, Gragas, and that also helped, especially that quick burst Gragas before he was able to do any poke or long-term damage, long-term problems with his ultimate. And that was an excellent play by Team Red, and we can see where that game is going from here, ladies and gentlemen. We can see, oh no, being a little cheeky, taking the Brave from Mordekaiser. Unfortunate, but Mordekaiser doesn't mind. It's okay, I'm going to the next part of the jungle. Oh, he isn't. He's taking on the middle farm. We can see Lee Sin keeping the lane safe for Jax, his buddy, before Jax retreats. And we can see a hit by Lee Sin forcing Kennen to use his lightning rush and retreat. That's how far Kennen is behind him. How much he fears the enemy. He's only got Cage's Lucky Pick and an Amplifying Tome, perhaps thinking of a Hextech in the later part of the game. You can see Jax with a double buff, Mike Threads, and Jordans, and Phage on his way is a scary Jax. He's going to certainly build a Trinity Force, rush it ASAP. And we can see Riven on top lane, thinking perhaps of luring and baiting Jax. That might be a good idea, but not if Jax knows that Gragas is there. And we can see in the bottom lane, Sona gets killed. Game over by Sona. Nunu and Kog'Maw combination is inescapable with a red buff from Kog'Maw, Blood Boil, Zeal, and that Ice Blast slow her so much that she certainly fell to just a simple snowball, Ice Blast ended up with Sona's death. We can see Kog'Maw and Nunu starting to push that lane. What is going on? Is Ezreal AFK? What has he done? Oh my god, that was also almost dead Ezreal. And we can see a shutdown of Jax by Riven, but not for free. Riven also died, and Gragas is very low. We can see Mordekaiser starting to push on his own, using that shield to block all that damage. And Mordekaiser is starting to look decent, strong. His farm is definitely better than Gragas. So he's got an advantage of that field, and we can see Team Red taking the second half of the game, increasing their advantage to 5,000 gold at 13-minute mark. My god, my heart, ladies and gentlemen, that's such a huge advantage. You can see the middle farm, top lane farm, bottom lane farm still favoring Team Blue, but only slightly, considering how much harassment and legwork has Nunu done. It's still a favor to Team Red, so Team Red is in the driving seat. It looks like nothing can go wrong for Team Red, and they are pushing hard for victory. they are for the time being in advantage. You can see even Lee Sin giving the red buff to Jax, having it transferred from Jax to Riven, from Riven to Jax, from Riven to Lee Sin. So he's leveling his Sonic Wave, maximizing damage, and Lee Sin hasn't been to a shop for quite a while, it would appear. Yes, the 1300 gold in the jungler, that's a big sum. And we can see Mordekaiser doesn't care about damage, he goes balls deep on Gragas, and perhaps he a little overextends himself. That wasn't actually a situation where he could deal damage, and now Gragas looking for a quick body slam and barrel roll, and they're going to, excuse me, his ultimate explosive cask. And is there going to be a barrel? Yes, a Ratman barrel in the Bash, taking a lot of Mordekaiser's HP, and Mordekaiser is pretty low, but he feels secure with that ultimate. That broke off that shield. Oh, there's the shield again. He has 400 HP more. And Mordekaiser looks decent in that situation. Kate's lucky looking at a big exchange on Gragas. Gragas uses his ultimate defensively, but it's not enough. Is he going to go down? No! Jax is forced to retreat, and does Kennen have ultimate? No, ultimate from Kennen, and a kill by Ezreal on Lee Sin. That's very fortunate. Ezreal with a double buff is capable to kite enemy for quite a long while, and Kennen takes a kill on Nunu. Excellent play. 2-4-0. That's what Team Blue did to get back into this game, to get the advantage rolling. Now they have to use it. They have to create a pressure and situation that would favor them, allows to do damage. Middle turret looks secure. It won't be easy to push McFace check out of that lane. That Mordekaiser doesn't care. It's Mordekaiser, bro. He will just stand there and take the punishment. And we can see Ezreal being cocky, trying to push that lane ASAP, and Mordekaiser using that time to safely farm moves in the meantime. And we can see Team Blue is thinking about a Dragon, but Dragon is not there for a minute still. Jax being very low, going in balls deep for Sona, but he's in a heck of a trouble. That's going to be a burst, and the burst down of Jax. Unfortunate situation. Jax did not think that through. Ultimate on Riven, and Riven is going to die to Mordekaiser's ignited ultimate. Is she going to die? Riven, are you going to die? She's not going to die. That's surprising. That's amazing. Riven's still alive, and Mordekaiser's getting so low. He's in a dangerous spot. He needs to be careful that Gragas's ultimate has such low cooldown with blue buff especially, and he needs to retreat. He needs to retreat to base. He needs to retreat to safety before that dragon responds. Before that situation goes to an escalating and critical point. And Ezreal going aggressive on Nunu. Is Nunu going to be forced to flash? That might not be the case, as Nunu doesn't have flash, and Nunu is barely warm, and Nunu dies to Gragas's pressure. And we can see that the situation is slowly starting to favor Team Blue, who's got the momentum, who's got that control, and another kill. They are in a lead of kills, 3,000 gold behind, certainly elevated to that amount of gold per 10 items in Team Red. And Team Blue is starting to look pretty well here. They did not give up. They are going back into this game, and we can see they are going to use that middle lane. How's that going to happen? How's that going to look? Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to find out soon. You can see as there's a 4-man push in the middle lane, and a dragon responding. So that might mean a dragon and aggression. We can see Jax going in, but an emergency exhaust using Jax just to keep safe, to do some damage. A crescendo going in on Jax, but they're not unfortunately using the best of extent. And Gragas is forced to retreat. And Jax is chasing him, but he's going to be scared off by Sona and Ezreal. Riven is very low. Ezreal is low. Gragas is low. Sona is low. They are all so low. And Rampage on Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw is on a rampage. Kog'Maw is going to be deadly. And that might be a kill on Ezreal. He's going to survive Mordekaiser's ultimate, and that's going to be a certain kill on Sona. Excellent ultimate by Kog'Maw, and a double kill on Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser starting to shine, showing his power, and that was an overextension by Team Blue. They had it good, they had it rolling, but unfortunately for them, they stayed too long. They wanted to do too much, and that has proven fatal and worked against them. And we can see now Ghost of Christmas Past, Ghost of Ezreal pushing that lane, and that's another turret for Team Red. Second, the inner turret of Team Red on the top lane, on the inhibited turret left, and we can see they are taking Dragon at the same time. So Team Red playing that excellently, waiting for enemy to overextend, to overcommit, punish them hardly, and then use the momentum, use the Ghost, use the timing for Dragon to get the Dragon, get the tower, use the pushing lane by the lane push by minions. And that was an excellent play by Team Red. They knew exactly what to do. They knew exactly how to take that advantage, how to capitalize on that. and how to make it work, because even despite having those kills by Team Blue in that situation where there was like 3 kills for 0, Team Blue wasn't able to capitalize on that. Mordekaiser was there, they almost managed to take that tower, but at the cost of overextending, losing a dragon, losing a tower, losing a lot of farm and a lot of money to Kog'Maw, who is not the kind of character you want to feed, especially having the Phantom Dancer and going for, I assume, Infinity Edge straight away. And we can see Oracle and Sona, wise decision, that's how you play Sona. And let's see around. Does Lee Sin have an Oracle? Does Nunu have an Oracle, being the roamer that he is? No Oracle for Team Red, so they will lack that map control that Sona is able to inert. But let's see the ward coverage. Only 3 wards giving some sort of vision. And 4 wards by Team Red, giving the immediate vision on the area they are interested in. Apparently they are going to push that middle lane. Oh no, they are not going to repeat enemy's mistake. They know better not to. That is not wise, it's not healthy. We've got the late game. We don't have to hurry, we don't have to rush things. We have Jax, who plays so well this game. I just have to say it, I have to give credit where it's due. Jax plays so well this game. He's everywhere, he creates so much pressure on enemy. He protects mid lane, he takes away enemy's buff. Jax is just playing so wisely, so smartly, not only being ahead of farm to cannon, but also creating outside of the lane pressure, buffs, dragon objectives. Jax is so far one of the better forces behind Team Red's success. Another player that needs to be mentioned is Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw, in a situation where he was 2 versus 1 in lane for quite a long while, has shown that he's not capable to play that lane, he's capable not to lose it, he's capable to stay in it, he's capable to get back into the game. And to not get back because he wasn't out, but to stay in the game, play safe, play cool, play wise, and benefit. Grab those kills, stack that money, build his items, become the late game Terror. And we can see Ezreal rushing Trinity Force, not the best decision. I think Ezreal shouldn't do that, not in that situation. It needs raw damage. Trinity Force is cool, it's an excellent item, but not in a situation where you need that damage. And you can see Jax is ballsy, Jax going balls deep on Riven, he doesn't care. 2 versus 1, not my problem, I can kill them. I can kill 1, I might be able to kill 2. Wow, that Jax is on a killing spree, he's on a ramping double kill, a 2 versus 1 gank. How often do you see a gank going so against your will? Jax grabs a double kill top lane, furthermore fortifying his position as definitely MVP for Team Red so far. And Kog'Maw grabbing a kill on his nemesis, the enemy AD carry Ezreal. Ezreal rushing Trinity Force, not the best decision in my opinion. He shouldn't do that. We can see Riven perhaps going a Bloodthirster for that additional tag damage stacking, and that for better shield, more damage from ultimate, and all in all a good idea for Riven. And we can see that they might be going for another dragon, or perhaps a ban attempt. Team Red is so strong at the moment. Nunu not leveling his Blood Bowl still, so Kog'Maw suffering for that, but he's got the double buff, he doesn't care, Phantom Dancer keeping him fast. They might be actually thinking of doing a dragon, a Baron, excuse me. After all, they've got such a good combination. Nunu with Consume, that's being leveled for quite a while now. Kog'Maw with his scaling max health damage, Jax having Trinity Force and Baelorr Cutless for now. That means they can easily do Baron. They can force it, they can just rush it, and that's going to be a tower in the middle for Team Red, and that might be even a continuation scoring for Ezreal, and Ezreal is forced to flash away from Lee Sin. That only shows how much ahead Team Red is, and they might be taking this game. Furthermore, and soon, if Team Blue doesn't have the opportunity to capitalize on enemy's mistake, and wow, that Mordekaiser playing aggressively, but Ezreal is going to survive, and that's a ballsy play by Mordekaiser, but that's a mistake, and that's what Team Blue needs at the moment. They need mistakes. They need mistakes by Team Red. They need those mistakes to get back into this game, to kill the enemy, then to create pressure and roll. And we can see Jax staring at that top lane, looking at that inhibitor turret and thinking, can I take it or can I no? But Jax's presence here shows how much pressure he's created in this game, that far behind on top lane means that they have so good Baron control. When you lose those towers, you lose vision, and you lose the safety area for your team. So Team Red can do that Baron. Can do it confidently, and I don't want to say easily. And we can see Jax going again what he likes the most. 2 versus 1, no problem. I'm going to get that. And no, 3 versus 1. That might be a little too much even for Jax. And yeah, Jax is going to die 3 versus 1, almost killing Gragas, almost killing Riven, but almost doesn't matter. What matters are the end results, and the end results were favoring Team Blue. That's what they need. They need mistakes. They needed to happen more often. Those mistakes allow them to get back into this game, to capitalize. But not only mistakes, it's important to capitalize on them. And we can see Mordekaiser scaring of Sona off. And what that might mean, that means that Team Blue is afraid Team Red is doing that Baron. Team Red isn't doing that Baron. Excuse me, they are doing Dragon meanwhile, and we can see S trying to steal through his ultimate, but unfortunately it's not that easy. Lee Sin uses Smite, so for another 16-17 seconds, Baron is unavailable for Team Red. It's a good window of opportunity for Team Blue. They might meet pressure at Baron, perhaps force a mistake from enemy, and capitalize on that. They need those mistakes. At the moment, I don't think they will be able to create situations where they can win on their own. They need help from Team Red. However funnily that might sound, that's the case. I think Lee Sin doing Aegis of the Region, so another aura item for Team Red. Is going to, first aura item for Team Red, that's going to be most likely Baron. Another Nunu has that Frozen Heart after all. That's going to the Baron dance is starting. Teams are starting to work their way on the top lane. Top lane that's so powerfully pushed by Jax in advantage. Jax is doing so much damage. Looking at his items, he's going to go for that Guardian Engine in the middle. Mordekaiser getting caught a little bit again. And is that going to be kill Mordekaiser? No, Mordekaiser doesn't care. He uses his ultimate to lifesteal away from Riven and kills her. And Mordekaiser going a little too far and being too low, and that's going to a godlike Kog'Maw. That's a scary Kog'Maw if you ever ask me. And we can see a lot of damage going for Team Red, but Team Red is safe. Not enough damage. A lot is not enough, and they are safe. Kennen dies. 1-4-3 exchange, and Jax goes in for a kill. Jax is crazy. Jax is on a rampage. Jax is getting a double kill. An ace for Team Red. 1 for ace. How did that even happen? And that's going to be a surrender vote. So demoralizing, so powerful play by Jax. He just sealed the deal with that team fight, and it looked so well at first. Riven going in for Mordekaiser. Unfortunately, Mordekaiser turned around, took her down, and wow, that Jax was playing so well this game. I must say he's definitely the MVP for Team Red, and wow, that only shows you how powerful of an influence can a top lane have on a game when played properly. We're not standing in that lane for 20 minutes, farming, and then seeing, oh, we're behind. I can't do the situation. I can't win this game. So that excellent play by Jax, who shows what does it mean to win top lane, win game. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attention. That was an excellent game, and I certainly enjoyed it. I hope you did as well. Baelorr signing off.